what is up? Thank you so much for tuning in. I super appreciate you always. Welcome to the channel, Purusha Intuitive. I am Deborah with Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is my channel for everything holistic health and well-being. So welcome. This is our Leo tarot reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, all are welcome. If the message resonates, the mask comes up. If the message resonates, then it's definitely meant for you. If not, no worries. Just ask Spirit for another message, right? So these readings are timeless. I'm doing them for the end of the year, end of December type vibe, but you know, like I said, if the message resonates, that's really what the most important thing is. So let's look, Leo. What's going on with you? General collectives. The situations are going to be different for everybody, but the energy will be the same if the message is meant for you. All right, guys. Let's look. Leo. All right, so, you know, you definitely have someone in your vicinity, soulmate, partner, strong connection. Ooh, twin flame. Okay, so this is, you know, a really deep connection, Leo. You know, here's the thing. I believe that we are whole in and of ourselves. So this concept of twin flame, we want to be mindful of, you know, no one else is going to complete us type thing is what I'm trying to say. You know, but there are definitely stronger connections that we are meant to come across in our lifetime. These help us learn, grow, evolve, etc. And definitely you have, you know, one of those in your life. But this hammer really talks about sabotage, you know. This talks about not really seeing the relationship for what it is. Like actually having this person and maybe kind of like ruining the relationship. I'm hearing some patterns of, you know, it's the runner chaser dance, right? So one person chases, the other person runs away, that type of vibe, the back forth, in, out, And that's what this hammer is all about, right? These types of relationships, connections are undeniable in our life, right? Because they come across not that often, you know. How many people have you met in your life that you're just like, you can't necessarily understand why you're so drawn to them, why you're so connected to them, you know, it just feels right. And it's not out of ego, it's not out of vanity, it's just like, for some reason, you guys connect, right? What I like about this, Leo, is it does show that you are doing a lot of healing around it. I think that some of what I'm hearing is some of the some of past patterns, toxicity, etc. I'm going to pull one more to clarify. But past relationship, past toxicity, unhealthy patterns has kind of infiltrated this relationship, which, like I said, that's actually like pretty normal. Excuse me, guys. That's pretty normal. You know, we all have baggage. We all carry things into relationship. The value is, can we see that and learn from it and choose other things outside of it? So, dude, this has been coming up a lot. You could be paired with a Cancer. You could have Cancer energy. The same message came through for Cancer. It looks like this relationship is, you know, is over. I mean, is what it's saying. This is, you know, and that's the thing. Just because we have soul contracts or twin flames doesn't mean we still have free will, is what I want to say, right? So we still get to choose if we show up to this person and how we show up to them. And oftentimes when we get into that habit of the runner chaser, it really makes it difficult to you know, that's where the pain comes in, right? Because there's the rejection, there's the hurt, there's the betrayal, it's the back and forth, you know, it's the highs and the lows, and like a roller coaster, right? And that can get really, really exhausting. And it looks like, you know, this relationship for now, whether it's in this lifetime or another lifetime, you guys might come back together. But basically what this is saying is this is done. You know, this is done for now. This is really beautiful. There's healing though. And that really confirms that element of the healing heart. I feel like you're trying to safeguard yourself. I love this. This is my favorite, Seven of Wands. Because it really is kind of tapping into our own empowerment, our own healing, making choices that kind of set us apart from the rest, right? Places of honor, integrity, respect for ourselves, etc. And that's definitely what you need right now, Leo, because it's, yeah, it feels sad. I feel like it's almost like there's nothing else you can do around this. Unfortunately, the dynamic has been like, it's almost like, you know, restricted. Like you can't really go any further is what I'm hearing. You've done all that you can do. Maybe this other person is not working with you. Maybe this other person is refusing, you know? And so what else can you do? What other choice can you make aside from moving on and letting go? There's only so much quote unquote abuse that we can take. I say that lightly. You know, hopefully this wasn't an abusive dynamic for you. But it's like if you keep tearing something down, tearing something down, tearing something down, it makes it really, really hard to build it back up in a stronger way, you know? Obviously, in relationships, we all go through stuff, especially long-term or like deeper connections. You know, we go through challenging things that force us to grow, that force us to become stronger, more connected. You might have family with this person. You guys might have been married. I do feel like there is a lot of tradition here. Or maybe you were blocking that, you know. For some of you, maybe you wanted this thing, but you know, why? Like, it's like you're blocking the commitment, but then you also refuse to talk about it, Leo. Why? Why? Yeah, building home, I don't know. Are you married? Is this third party situation? Let's look. Because there's something else involved. There's another dynamic here showing up. It's just, well, I don't know. It's you refuse. Maybe you, like, look, just refusing to have this happiness, this abundance, this connection coming together. And I feel like, you know, maybe you had a bad picture, or what am I saying? I can't think of the word. Like maybe you had a bad reference. I can't think of it, damn it. You know, of just what a healthy relationship looks like. Maybe your parents, you just kind of shut the door on that from a very early age is what I'm hearing. Because there's this like blatant refusal, a blatant refusal to kind of come together, but then it's also hurting you at the same time. There's something about this where, like I said, I mean, for some of you, it might be third party situation. Someone else is involved. Maybe this person's already married or already connected somewhere else. That might just be for a few of you. For the others, it's like I said, this refusal to commit. And there's a reason for it. Like, it's not just, there's a reason why. Yeah, because you're taking your sweet time, Leo. Someone's refusing, whether it's you or the other party, someone is refusing to kind of see where this relationship can go. You like your freedom. There's that wands energy right there. You know, it's almost like, sorry, Leo, these are like a little bit, yeah, I mean, it's like you're making a decision more out of kind of like selfishness. It's almost like you don't want to sacrifice, is what I'm hearing. You don't want to sacrifice your freedom. You don't want to sacrifice your money. You don't want to give your money over to this person, you know, and not in I don't say that in a rude way, right? It's just kind of coming out of this space where like you still kind of have this like young vibe, like, hey, I want to go explore. I don't want to be tied down. I want, you know, I want a life that's my own, my autonomy. And I don't think that's specifically a bad thing. But the other side of it, like we were talking about, that free will component is then you leave this behind, right? Sorry. Then you leave this behind. Because I don't specifically feel like this other person's waiting around. They're assessing their options, what else is there for them. Yeah, and they're trying to make other things happen. And I don't feel like this, yeah, it doesn't relate to you at all. They're kind of on their own path. Like I said, like, obviously we talked about, the cards showed that, you know, the relationship is over, so to speak. They're kind of looking, you know, they're not even like their options don't specifically include you, is what I'm hearing. They kind of have gone off on their own. They're starting over, they're starting fresh. They're trying to manifest something that's more in alignment, especially if you are Leo, non-committal, you know, not really wanting to show up for this relationship. And so they're looking at other options, you know, and they've kind of, I feel like they're not even really paying attention to you. And that's where this Five of Pentacles energy comes into play, you know. But the challenge is, you know, Knight of Pentacles, it's not a bad energy. It's just the dude who moves the slowest. You know, whether you're in the out of the Knights, whether you're male, female, however you would identify, it's just someone who takes their sweet ass time, unfortunately. And I get that, right? Because if you identify more with this Knight of Wands energy, hey, let's have fun, let's go out, I want my autonomy, I, you know, want to spend my money how I want to spend it, etc., then it is going to take you a lot longer, right, to get to this point of like happiness and commitment, tradition, you know. So I guess just be mindful, you know. I mean, it does show you have a lot on your plate, that Two of Pentacles, but this is all about reflecting, like I said, being mindful that like what you're choosing, what you want to choose is actually the choice you want to make, especially in regards to this relationship. You got to get clear, Leo. You got to get clear on what you want. And a lot of it, okay, so that makes sense. It's like you got to like look at what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel the most fulfilled. There's always I mean, like, this is humanity. There's always going to be good and bad with everybody, right? There's always going to be good and bad. But the problem is when you take your time, when you don't communicate, when you know, aren't showing up for the other person, like leaving, I'm hearing like leaving a lot of the spaces to be filled, right? Like when you're not giving, when you're not having that like reciprocity, that give and take, etc. It's hard to know where you stand, you know? And I feel like this person that you're dealing with, they've had to make their choices based on what you're showing them, you know, and they're pushing their wheel forward, right? They're making their changes. And so now, you know, and yeah, it is a lot based out of emotion. It's probably not something that either of you want, but unfortunately the dynamics, the way that they are right now are not working either. So something's got to give. And it looks like, you know, I think you're doing an awesome job of healing, taking your time, self-reflect. That's going to help you. But it also looks like I said, you're losing this relationship in the process. So just be mindful of kind of what you want, where your end goal is, looking at things a little bit more diplomatically and really connecting to what makes you feel happy and fulfilled. So I'm sending lots of love and blessings, Leo, with whatever you're navigating through. If you are interested in personal services, I would love to help and support. All of that's in the description box below. If you like the video, definitely thumbs up, share, subscribe, check out the other content. Working to grow and build the community. I really appreciate your love and support always. Thank you.